You guys ready to slay the dragon? Get ready, get ready, get ready, 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 ready. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to the channel, Itha 54 Technology. Subscribe to the channel, guys, and book your own quantum telekinetic reading with remote healing. We've been healing soul tears, soul ties, generational curses, removing entities from you guys, and you guys are coming in pairs, and we're able to heal you guys in pairs. And your healing is your sister's healing, or your husband's healing, or your children's healing too, guys. So just email bookitha54@gmail.com if you want to book a past life regression or quantum healing session, and just email instructions number 4 humanity@gmail.com. But guys, we are getting into it. We're coming off with some beautiful sessions. Kiki, I'm gonna let you
I
describe this. I'm gonna
I
let you
mean,
describe this.
can't you get the vibe off of like this whole, this whole vibe right here? It's a whole vibe. I've been here
Whole vibe.
just taming the beast.
Mhm.
This is a story. This is a story of taming the beasts. You
Mm.
cannot own yourself until you've tamed all of your beasts. Okay, this is the story. We have a beautiful unfolding. Tahir is going to share this story with you, sister. I just absolutely love it. Will you share? Will you tell it again?
Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. Oh, no. Should I tell it with the glasses on or glasses off?
I mean, that's up to you,
It's a
sis.
vibe, guys. It's a vibe.
It's a
Okay, peep
vibe.
this,
It's a
guys. So
vibe.
this is what's going on. You guys, we did I was gonna say a movie. It was like a movie, girl.
It is
We
like a movie.
did, we did a reading about we thought we were just doing a regular reading, Harry and Meghan. Turns out Harry has been infected with some dark forces. When I say dark, I'm talking about the collective devil energy. I think people call it Satan, but it's really the collective darkness, right? And what is happening? This collective darkness that Harry is binded with, he doesn't
Mhm.
know. Meghan doesn't know. This is what's going on a spiritual level. This entity showed up literally while we were doing the video, and I saw it go across the screen because I saw like the light, kind of like a shadow, go across, and I kept saying, Kiahe, do you see that? Do you see that? So we just kept on with the video, thought nothing of it, right? Wasn't until, oh, but let me tell you, with this being that Harry is binded with, they've been tinkering around with the gene pool of humanity, and they've been mixing their seed in there and coming back and injecting it in certain people. That's why people get abducted, and they say that the aliens are working on my brain, and we get you guys come in here all the time and say that. This is what they've been doing to introduce their gene into the gene pool of humanity. Now, there are millions of people that are actually hybrids. Most of the children coming in will, in fact, be hybrids. They will not be this version of humanity. They will not. So I set that up.
Mhm.
Fast forward to the following day, less than 16 hours later, we're in a session. We have an apprenticeship program. If you guys want to find out about our apprenticeship and our ascension program, you can email bookitha54@gmail.com. And we have some apprentices, and these are very high level women who are very gifted, and we are helping to curate a specialized modality for them, right? So we were in the Zoom room, and we were, having her practice, and she starts to pick up on some energies, and I asked her to assign it to a person, and she said she told me what was going on in the heart space, and she assigned it to me, and I said, yes, that is true and correct. Now please take me through the process of how you're going to go ahead and remove this, because in the session my heart was spilled over to my throat chakra and to my hand. I've been writing a book, putting my heart, my soul into it, and also too when I'm here on YouTube, our heart, we really do want you guys to like us, we all do. And so my heart kind of gets in my throat sometimes. And so she wanted to bring that back into balance. So that was going on. She picked up on some dense energies going on in my shoulder. I had a shoulder a shoulder
Injury.
injury, which is nothing more than an energy, an alien energy, right? About 2 years ago. she picked up on that and like, okay, great, go ahead and remove it. Tell me what it looks like. She explained it to me. I said, okay, that's correct. I said, let me talk to it. This is what I want to tell you guys. You cannot be afraid of the dragon, of an entity, of the alien, of the devil, of the Satan, or whatever you want to call it. Because if you are afraid, you will never advance past Earth school. You will always be stuck on this third dimensional plane. And I'm going to tell you what else happened. And I'm building up to something. Kiki's holding space for me to do this because
I'm holding the poker face, you gotta have that poker face, you hold that, I'm here for you, sis. I'm holding the space.
by the way, I'm not drinking coffee. This is actually dandelion root, just ground up. Yeah.
Love that.
So so anywho, yeah. So anywho, so she pulls this out and I asked to speak to it, and actually Kiahe was helping her to like know what to do with these energies once you pull them out. And so I was like, I want to talk to it. And so Kiahe was there and she started to channel where these energies came from. And they said they came when I was down on my knees on the floor. This is exactly what she pulled. And me, being a teacher, being a spiritual teacher, just natural to me. I had to use myself as the case study. So I say, yes, that is true and correct. I was about 2 years ago crying in my bedroom on the floor for about probably 10 hours, from morning to night. There was something very, very difficult I was passing through. And I spilled the tea. So if you guys want to watch that video, it'll be here on the channel. Spilled the tea about myself. And I was able to send it love, and I was like, you know what? Thank you for showing up, because yeah, I was in a vulnerable place. And this just goes to show you, when we're in a vulnerable place, or sometimes people are in dark places, sometimes people are in lowly places, desperate places, it leaves room for energies to come in. Right.
Totally.
And so this is what happened. And it's funny because I injured it lifting weights, and it's nothing more than an alien. Anything foreign is alien, right? It is a dense energy that does not belong. And so the injury, what I thought was an injury, it was because I was going through matters of the heart. I got to the point, I'm so heartbroken after a breakup, right? It's like a death you're experiencing, that for like 2 years, I just actually just now, recently, this year, gained the strength in my emotional body. My emotional body had no more strength to actually lift weights. So I wasn't able to lift at full capacity, which leads to an injury, because when you lift weights, you have to be in full control and positioning. But my emotional body was wounded, right? And that situation left room for this dense energy to take place. So we were able to remove that, sent that off to its highest divine good. Like, girl, I'm Gucci now. Thank you for being here, but girl, I don't need you no more. So bye-bye, right? So then now it gets interesting. Now we're getting back to Harry. Then all of a sudden, I felt my face turn numb. And she's like, there's an energy on your face. And so I was like, okay, instructor, go ahead and pull it out. This is how you pull it out. Go ahead and describe it to me. What does it look like? So she's like, it's kind of like a green, like a slime material. So, and it's a little heavy. It's like, okay, go ahead and pull it out. And so Kiahi asked if she wants help. She's like, I think I got it. And then she's like, Kiahi, can you help me? Yeah, can you take this from me? Like, once she got it out, right? Because, this is her first time. And, this is what I do believe Source was allowing all this to happen so that she could train, right? And so we're being very good sports about it. And she pulls it out, hands it over to Kiahe. Kiahe carefully takes it. And then I'm like, I want to talk to it. I want to dissect it. I always want to dissect it, because we can't be afraid to see what's alien, what's foreign. We have to know what it is, because you have to be the one to heal yourself. You guys can come in here and we can hold space and we can provide you with the tools. But ultimately, if you don't do your self work, then it's going to be a repetitive loop. So we have to learn with every situation. So I said, okay, let me take a look at this thing. And Kiahe, what did you say? You said you don't want to hear this.
You don't want to hear this. Well, I was that when I first channeled Harry. You asked me its
Yeah,
name
ask the
first,
name.
and I
Yes.
channeled Harry. And in my own mind, I'm questioning my own mind, right? It's like, do I say this? This sounds so weird, right? Harry, because I
Mhm.
felt the vibration of Harry, of the collective archetype Harry. And then I felt, of course, double energy, right? Because then the next question you asked, well, or maybe the third question was, where do you come from? And
Where'd he
he
come
straight up,
from?
hell. And he said it like hell, like this energy. And I'm like, oh, and I don't like to feed fear, you know what I mean? And I don't know how people, I know hell is a trigger word for a lot of
Yeah.
people. So I didn't want to trigger our apprentice, but I got to say what it is. He said, hell, I'm from hell.
Yeah. Then it was very interesting. I picked up on the energy signature I did a removal. I did a quantum healing past life regression on my sister back in February. And I had removed an entity named Bilal, right? And so even though you said it was Harry, it had the same energy as the Bilal entity that I removed. And just so happens Bilal was literally like the devil archetype, right? Like the collective devil archetype. He tricks people into false soul contracts with their twin flame or with their loved soul group, soul family. And what he does is he gets them into another lifetime only
Mm.
to kill them off early so that he can plant himself there. Right. And he had been doing this to my sister like over 1,400 times. He had my sister's like husband, love of her life in a false soul contract.
Yep.
And he kept killing him off early every lifetime. And that's why in every lifetime he would die early. Right. So this was like the collective devil. He had the same energy as Harry. Right, as literally the video we did like the night before, like less than 16 hours before. So it's very interesting that do I believe that this thing was not stuck on me. This thing was rather here and present because we were actually, guys, entities don't like, the devil doesn't like when you're not afraid. This is one thing you have to know. They thrive off of our fear. The worst thing you can do to a negative energy is to not fear it. They don't know what to do with that. So then when I started to speak to it, I'm like, I know who you are. And I called him by his name. I'm like, you're Bilal, aren't you? And then what did he say, Kiahe?
He was trying to cloak. He started shape shifting, cloaking, because I'm holding him in between my hands and I'm just staring him dead in his energy zones. And he's just trying to cloak, shape shift, shape. He's like, oh no, that feeling of just,
They
you're
found me.
penetrating. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like, I read him his rights. I'm like, I know who you are. I was like, you're Bilal, aren't you? You know, they can't lie. You guys know that about spirits? They cannot lie. They'll try to cloak. They can cloak. But when you stand in your energy and your power, they cannot lie. They don't have that in where, it's a different frequency of how they deal with their lies, right? But when you, as a soul, sparked soul from the cosmos, actually, they have to tell you the truth because you are the controller of them. We're leading up to this. You are actually, they're waiting for orders from you, and if you never give them any orders, then this is how they just stay around lingering. Just like I told our other apprentice, they're like a video game. You're not actually doing the controller. So what do? They're NPC. They're just standing there running in place. Kind of annoying. They're waiting for you to give it command. So basically, I stood in my powers. Like, I know who you are. I know you're Bilal. I removed you. And I told you what I'll do to you if I ever see you again, right? Like literally, this is how you got to stump on these hoes. You got to stump on these demons like this. Like we don't bow down to Satan. We don't scare and cower for this Satan energy. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, it's Satan. Yes, because if who's you're supposed to stand up to Satan. Is that not the reason for the whole story, the Christ?
Mhm.
If you're not going to ever become the Christ, then what are you even doing here on the earth school? I'm not afraid. Okay, if this is the collective devil, guess what? Me as a singular cellular being, I will slay him by myself. And I told him, I said, you know why you can't affect me? Because I am source. I control you. I own you, is what I tell him. And he starts to shrink. Where did he go? He ran. Girl, you should have let me scalp him.
Well, he was shape shifting, glitching. And then I saw his black little body, little skin, little whatever the heck it was, his like outer coverings, as this coating, as this covering came off of him. And now he revealed himself. And then I saw his actual face, black horns, black tongue.
Yeah.
I saw the face of what we see as the devil,
Yeah.
right?
It's like, yeah, right.
It's just what it looks like. Okay, you guys, it's not scary. But
Yeah.
I transmuted it through my mind's eye, and then poof, he just dissipated like smoke. So it
Yeah.
didn't give me the sense that he, went anywhere in specific. Again, they just go back, right, into
Yeah.
the space just for the next vibration that they get attracted to, the next person laying on the ground, the next person in despair, you know, that's kind of
Absolutely.
what they're just kind of around for, right? Is that low point in your life. And we all have them. And with spending time with yourself, knowing yourself, going through this ascension program so we can clean and clear all the negative entities and energies out of your auric field so that now you can be aware of anything. Like Tahir was like, what? I feel something. I feel something. Our bodies do not, they're not like our brain where we can force ourselves to go to do something, say something that's really not, what we want to do. Your body can't lie, right?
Yep.
So she's like, I feel something over here. She knew exactly where it was. There was something foreign in your shoulder blade, right?
Yep.
We followed the scent and we pulled it out. You see, this is all, we're not meant to live with the pain, we're not meant, this is a spiritual school, earth.
Yep.
This is a spiritual school. We're learning to deal with all of these things. So I'll give it back to you. What happened now?
Absolutely. So it's very interesting. And so mind you, I will say to you guys, no, this is not a thing that was attached to me. How I work, you have to understand where we are in this cosmic reverberation that we're in. We went through huge portals, right? We went through the huge eclipse. There was beings coming in, literally walk-ins, right? Some of y'all got walk-ins, right? And there were beings going out. There's portals opening. I mean, there's huge events, cosmic events going on. The veil is over. It's not even thinning. It is gone. So now we can see all these things. These things don't scare me. I don't bat an eyelash to it at all. This is the confidence you must have when you're dealing with these beings because you are the controller. You are the source particle and you are the light. And all things yield unto you, which is what I told it. So what ended up happening? This is the reason why the thing actually showed up, because that work I started on my sister had now, as of yesterday, been completed. This is the reason why it was there. And this is probably also another reason why we were starting to channel Harry. Harry and this Palau energy, it's the same thing. Harry doesn't know. So we're going to call it a collective darkness, right? And this is the collective darkness that people call Satan, that people are afraid of. You cannot be afraid. We stood up to it and it ran. I want to let you guys know you can stand up to darkness and it will flee in every direction. It absolutely will. The source told me a long time ago, there's an aspect of our soul's chart. We all have charts in our soul, and it will tell you what area of your soul needs to be refined. So source told me a long time ago, until you actually slay the dragon, the person causing you problems in your life. A lot of you guys, entities are not inside of you. They're sleeping next to you at night. These are the bloodsuckers. These are the parasites. This is the dis-ease you're feeling. in your spleen and in your heart and in your sacral. It's a person that's supposed to love you that's causing the problems. Or it's your mother, or it's your friend.
How many uteruses were taken out? You know, our clients coming with no uterus and still pain there.
Yeah. Yeah. So until you slay the dragon, I don't care what someone removes for you. Yes, we're healers. And I'm here to tell you, and this is why what I love about us, we're going to tell you the truth. Yes, we are healers. But until you actually slay the dragon, you cannot fully turn the page and ascend, right? This is the trick. So until you slay your own dragon, until that dragon, rather, also is all the way defeated. I mean, defeated. There's a book, and I think it's called The Power of Seduction or something. I'm not sure. I haven't read it, but I do remember scamming over it a long time ago. And it also says, it says in there, you must crush your enemies completely. And I never, because of my big heart, I never really resonated with that. But as I start to do this work, I understand what Source is saying, because if you don't crush it, I should have crushed him completely then, right?
Yeah.
Because
Source would
now,
say, finish him. Finish
yeah.
him. Don't just kick them down. Don't just push them away. Don't just put them in a little drawer. Don't just, keep yourself distracted with other things, but they're still there. Finish them.
Yeah.
That's what Source says.
And it's true
Source don't play.
because
Source don't play. Source don't play.
because I pulled that Belial entity, that hairy, energy, Satan energy. I stopped him from having this false soul contract. It wasn't my sister that was attached to, it was her husband who had passed away, right? And so I was able to remove that false soul contract. So then that way, the next time they do take an incarnation, this Belial Satan energy is not involved, right? But I should have finished him. We want to send these people off to the light. I even gave him a chance. I said, were you not created by Source? And he said, yes, I was created by Source. But, because I spoiled my own energy, Source took it away from me. Wham, wham, wham. I should have said, too bad. It's time to chop you off completely. That's what I should have said. But me with a big heart, let's give him another chance. Go to the light. No,
He
you
has so
have to
much
finish
potential.
them.
He has so much potential. Let's just, he's just, I have faith in him. I have hope in him. He loves me. I'm the only one.
Finish him. Finish him. Finish him. Absolutely. I've learned this the hard way.
Yeah.
I've learned this the hard way.
He ended up in my hand. I had him in a little ball, and he looked so small. He
I'm
looked
so
so
sad. I feel sad.
I barely applied my energy too. Barely applied focus on. I gave him like 2%, you guys. I put 2% of
so
my effort
bad.
on containing this little thing, right? That has been on your poor sister, affecting her
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah. Well, not even really her. Well, because it was attached to her love. Yeah. But yeah. So the heart, yeah, absolutely. But what Source is saying is that there's an aspect of your soul that will not be healed until you finish the job. So yesterday, we were able to finish the job. And you know how I know, and this is the reason, this is what I love about Source. And these things don't scare me because I know, when we do removals from people, they're hard, right? This is when you know someone has an entity. It's hard, it's stuck on there, and it takes a long time to remove. It takes multiple sessions, right? To remove, checking back, closing portals, and all of that. This was a live energy, which we saw it in the video the night before. We saw the hairy energy run across the screen. This entity that he is binded with, it's the same energy that had taken this false soul contract with my sister's late husband. It's nothing more than the collective dark energy, right? So after we finished him, my sister called me about an hour later and she said, I don't know what happened, but I thought about Belial. right? She said, I don't know. She was like, no, I'm just not even gonna like think about him, you know, because she remembers her session. And I posted the session on Instructions for Humanity YouTube channel, like what, 4 or 5 days ago, right? And so that was interesting. It was already, and I had did this back in February. Spirit wanted me to repost it. So this was already coming up on our spiritual desk to actually be healed, right? So my sister said, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I saw visions right in front of my eyes. I was in different worlds. I was in the ethers. It's like I knew everything completely. Nothing was hidden from me. I was seeing all of these things. It was like everything was rushing in. And then that is when I knew that the work that he had been finished completely. Because all of those things that he was taken from all those lifetimes from her were now being returned. And that's why all of these visions were flooding in all at once. So source, when I heal, I'm a transmuter, right? That's when I'm receiving the light codes. Everything has to come through me, in me, and then pushed out. So I believe that was us finishing the job from that session all the way in February. And when you guys come in here too, we're still working on you guys in the Astros, right, Kiahe?
This is part of the ascension program, and that's why we go in and the first thing we do is cleanse, 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 remove, drop, clear, close portals, because this is really what you're training for. You're training to transmute. We're alchemists. We're trained to be an alchemist, spiritual alchemist.
Yeah.
And facing these beasts, we were facing a beast today, some dragons.
Yeah.
They take all shapes, right? All shapes and forms. And again, once you put on that spiritual practice, that spiritual covering, once you tap into your own energy, you know who you are, you own yourself, you call all aspects of your soul back, you heal all aspects of your soul, you integrate. Now you step forth with this energy. So now when you see this dragon, when it's in your awareness, right? Tame that MF, okay?
Yes.
Tame
Yes,
it.
Kiki.
Finish him.
Finish him.
Put him in a box, put him in a cage, put him wherever you want. He can hang out wherever. He's not gonna, you're taming him now. Now he is a tool for you if you so should need it. It is not there to slay you. No,
Nope.
we're not getting slayed, we're not getting used, we're not getting programmed. No,
Not at
you
all.
are so empowered in this new light, in this new energy field, in your spiritual practices, right? You're going to understand who you are. You are the slayer of dragons. You are the tamer of beasts. You understand?
Yes, darling. Yes. Yes. It's so serious,
This
guys.
is my last taming here, it's I use my beast, just to keep me warm sometimes. It's cold. Sometimes it's cold. We've been having rainy days over here in Hawaii. I'm like, I'll bring one of my bears out.
But
You know what I'm saying? You
this
gotta have
is
fun.
true.
You gotta know this is all, everything is for you. Everything is for you here on this earth school,
Yep.
in these spiritual planes, on these spiritual streets. Will help you to navigate through, will help you to empower yourself, return your divine codes, clear out all of this muck, and will help you to navigate through this muck and tame these beasts, you guys. It's
Yeah,
kind of fun.
it
I like
is.
it. I enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy taming.
And you know what's funny? I grew up, and this is how you know that the source is really taking you through. This is a boot camp, right? And yesterday was beautiful because our apprentice, like this was her first time actually practicing. And I do believe it was like so fitting that she was able to do this, and this was able to show up because, source is dualistic. Not only was she able to practice and she was able to see, the depths of what can go on in the spiritual realm. And we need to be able to see it. but we cannot be afraid of it. We're called to tame it. Everyone's running. I got a text message from a friend, and she's like, Jesus is Lord. As soon as she started off with that, I didn't even read the rest of it. I just made up the rest of what she was saying in my mind's eye, because it's like, as soon as you start off with something like that, I know you're running coked up on fear. I know it. And fear is the Satan energy, right? This is the only way Satan can truly show up, is when you fear it. So yesterday, when this thing showed up and I identified as the entity I removed back in February, I was cool, calm, and I thoroughly questioned it. I didn't even want them. No, 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 don't get rid of it. Allow him to stay. Cut it open. I want to see what's inside. I
You
want to
did. You said
question
that.
this.
You did. You straight up said, dissect it now. And I'm like, no, you dissect it. No, she's a dissector. She loves dissecting. But yeah, that was cool.
But no, it's because you have to know, we have to see what's going on. We have to see the ugly truth about ourselves. A lot of the times, guys, you guys have been showing up in pairs. What's going on? What happened for me? This wasn't for me. This was for my sister. We were finishing the job that we started way back in February, ridding her and her husband from this false entity taking this false soul contract. This was the finisher of that work, right? And Harry has that same soul signature that he's binded to, unknowingly. But a lot of the times, your body, your vessel, because we're all connected. My vessel yesterday was used to help finish the job for my sister. And then what? All her divine information and codes, like within an hour, start flooding and rushing back to her, right? So we have to understand that we're not just finishing the job for ourselves. We're also finishing the job holding space for other family members as well. You can't be coked up on fear and like, you can't talk to devil. Why can't I talk to him? Why can't I make it yield unto me? Do you think I'm gonna be tamed by it? No, no. And this is what you must have. We are source particles. We have dominion and authority over all things. This is what you're supposed to go to church for, and they're supposed to empower you, but they make you afraid to keep you coming back, running back so that they can slay the dragon. I'm here to tell you, if you're relying on religion to slay your dragon, you will be back here on the earth school for another go around. I'm going to slay my own dragon. I will stand up single-handedly to the collective demon. I will slay him. I have no problem slaying him. And I will slay him over and over and over and over. I will pass away and then wake up again and slay him over and over and over until he's slayed. This is where you need to get to. And if you take that countenance, nothing can harm you or touch you. You could be walking in a valley of, I'm talking dragons breathing fire on you, and nothing can touch you when you stand in your sovereign energy. Take up space in your soul. This is the whole thing of just the point that I'm trying to make, Kiki.
Living and breathing, becoming the living word. How do you think you become the living word if you don't take that stance, take that power back, understand who you are and walk with that, become a conduit of pure positive energy? Yes, but it is positive to tame. This is a positive act.
You have to.
Okay, this is the test. This is the test, right?
Yeah, it is.
Not lowering your vibration, not feeling sorry, not feeling, it's feel sorry for yourself that you haven't tamed your dragons yet. Give yourself that love, give yourself that grace, give yourself that empowerment. Become the main character in your life story, not no dragons. Okay. They're just, it just makes for good, dramatic or the beginnings. I always say you live, you die, and you live again and again and again.
But this is my last lifetime, though.
I mean, why? Like, how scary can they be? They don't even have skins. They don't have bones. Like, you are the powerhouse.
You have everything. You have everything.
You have everything. You have everything they don't have. This should be a clue for you that you are above them.
Yep.
Take your rightful place. Put them in their little place. and let's live on. Let's enjoy this life.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with you, they're not gonna go away until they're tamed. This is the trick. This is the trick. And everybody wants the demon and everybody wants the boogeyman to go away, but in truth, we've all contributed to it. Everyone has a collective demon, right? Everybody has a collective negative force. We all put this into the pot, right? When our in our low points, in our ego states, unbalanced ego states, we put this into the pot. The collective, we fed the collective Satan energy. We all fed it. You can't
Families,
run from it.
families perpetuate that too. So if you're the one being called from your family to, stop this from going on and carrying on into other generations, a lot of us know that, if you're the one, if you're the one,
Mhm.
because you won't take it. You won't take it. You'll feel unprogrammable. You'll feel
Say it.
unfuckwithable. Okay, if you are out there and you are, if you are a warrior, if you have that warrior energy, if you have that warrior heart, and you are unfuckwithable and you are unprogrammable and you stand 10 toes down on truth, you stand 10 toes down as a spiritual being, as a multidimensional being here having dominion over all beasts,
Yep.
then that's
Please.
it, guys. That is the signature. That
Yeah,
is the signature that you want. Okay.
absolutely.
I'm telling you,
Beautiful.
it makes me feel nice and warm and cozy having the signature.
Oh
Woo,
my
this
goodness.
was a
Yeah.
teaching. This was
Yes.
a beautiful teaching. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that story, Tahira. I mean,
No, it's
it's
beautiful.
always
It's
it's always
wonderful.
an adventure here at the 54 Technology. It's always,
Right?
and if you're here on this world stage with us,
Yeah.
then we have something to share, or you have something to teach through us or with us.
Yes.
And I'm here for it. I'm
Absolutely.
here for it. So thank you, Tahira. That was
No,
beautiful. That's
you're welcome. And we're all connected, guys. And I've decided, to this is the aspect of my life as my spiritual name that I was given, is Mother of the Ages. I'm the aspect of creation that comes down here during the cusp periods as we're moving from one age to the next. I help humanity summarize the lessons and to help us collectively evolve to the next age, right? And in order for me to really do this work, part of myself has to be sacrificed. So when I was able to transmute and see that thing and pull it out so that my sister could have complete healing, it's just another day at the office. This doesn't faze me. I do that when you guys come in these sessions. It all has to come through me first to heal. So if you guys are dealing with, dis-ease, pain, a lot of regret manifests in the bodies, dark green, dark brown, dark grays, very dense energies. I have to feel it, embody it first. I'm a method actor, y'all. I'm a method actor. I have to feel it first and then transmute it. I
but
used to
you're
be an
all
actor back in the day, so I'm a method actor.
aren't we all? Don't we all have so many acts,
Right?
I
And Piaget used to be a model, a professional model. So we're like fresh, we're tapping into our old Hollywood days, my darling.
girl, I let my hair down today. My sister was like, get that hair down. I'm like,
Right?
I got some. I tie my hair up, when I'm in sessions, when I'm doing, psychic surgeries and all of that. I'm, 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 I'm business. It's all business. I'm here to show up. I do the job. I get my gloves on. I put my hazmat suit on, and I get the job done. But trust me when I tell you, I'm still feminine up in here. I still love the soft life. I still enjoy, champagne and strawberries, all the things. But I'm just ready for this
Those.
book because that was such a good teaching. And I know you have I know you're having in the works to like your project, your book that you channeled. I cannot wait. When is this book dropping? Because
Oh
am I on the top of the list? Am I the first one? Am I on the
God.
top of the list?
Of course, Kiki, you already
Okay,
know what
okay,
it
just checking.
is.
I just
You
checking.
know what it is.
I
How you
cannot wait
want.
for this book. It's gonna be wonderful. We're all gonna be
Yes.
studying. Maybe we'll probably make it a textbook, for our program because I know there's just
Yes.
it's channeled by source
And
through
you
you.
saw it. You saw it in the session yesterday, right?
When we were removing this, or should I say slaying,
Slaying, taming.
taming this energy, what was glowing above your head and spinning in this golden light, this golden book, it was a golden book. It was a golden tablet hovering over her chakra at the top there. Her rainbow chakra was holding up this golden tablet. So
Beautiful.
I'm here for it. I
Beautiful.
can't
So
drop this.
thank you. So June, projected date is June 28th. So guys, what you can do, it's going to be on Amazon, but I'm going to have it on my website, instructions4humanity.com. And you can go on there and pre-order probably in a few weeks, right? And if I don't have the physical book by June 28th, I will send you the ebook and then later send out the physical book. But guys, you're going to find out why we're not scared to do this work, right? It's because literally 5 cosmic beings took turns on each night delivering a dire message about the state of humanity. And we get into, humanity as AI. We get into the difference between our celestial DNA and our genomes, right? We talk about who the Christ really is, who Satan really is, who is the different aspects of source. Do you know there's a mother source as well? Well, we do. You need to get to know her, right? So we kind of get into all of those things. So it's very amazing, but yes, it will be out soon. And guys, if you want to take part in our live exclusive Zoom club, just email book@the54@gmail.com. We're going to be meeting about 4 times a week. So twice in the morning and twice in the evening, spread out throughout the week. So giving even our international clients time to actually jump in. We're going to be healing. We're going to do meditations. We're going to be doing live readings, right? For you guys every month. You'll get your mini reading and healing. And we're going to be kicking Sister Science, right, Kiki?
Absolutely. And we're going to also be introducing our apprentices and their many specialty
Yep.
modalities that we've been curating too. So this is amazing. This is going to be a whole energy wellness center.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
It's such a vibe, you guys. It's such the
Such a vibe.
Wait, we will
Such a
send that
vibe.
out to every one of you that's on our email list already. And yeah, definitely stay tuned. Please stay
Yes,
tuned.
guys. Yes, and then just go ahead and email for your own quantum telekinetic reading with remote healing, guys. This is going to be a really good read. It's like a spiritual diagnosis, right? We're taking a look into, what's going on here. Is there pain here? Do we spot cancer in your auric field? You know what I mean? These are the things that we're helping you guys to find out about yourself. And then we have some beautiful healing protocols that we can follow up with right after that session. So book at the54@gmail.com. And guys, subscribe to the channels, both at the 54 Technology and Instructions for Humanity. And we're going to be going on world tours. We got so much coming up. We got remote retreats we're going to be doing. You guys ain't going to have to go nowhere. We're going to bring the healing right to your door. Okay.
That's it, sister. We're bringing the magic to you.
Right.
To you. Oh, one click away. Boop, boop. What do I need today? What kind of medicines do we need today? Okay.
Yeah.
Boop, boop. Got it.
Yeah.
Fill up all of my my shelves here.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say pharmacy, but farm, like on the farm.
Yeah, right? Awesome. This is amazing. You got to slay your own dragon. Even though I slayed my sister's dragon and the collective dragon, but it's because my sister and I, we share the same DNA. So technically it's like I slayed it, my own dragon. But you have to slay your own dragon, guys. You have to become the controller of all things and take your power back. When we all collectively take the power back, this is how we defeat the collective devil, and it ascends us off of this planet. There'll be no more need for Earth School. We all have to take part of this. If you guys are hiding in your religions, it's time to come out and stop hiding. You need to pick up a sword. Pick up your sword and fight along with us.
Bow and arrow. I
Ooh.
love me my tools. I
Let's do
love
a
my
light language and recalibration for the collective to rid the collective Satan energy. Murekere shukereke. Nireke pakikere shukereke. Na. Mukireke nikireke. Nireke pakireke. Bakireke. Nikireke. Mukireke. Marake. Bureke nikireke. Ni. Murekere sherekereke. Nikireke. Bareke. Bareke. Ni. Direke shukireke. Na. Mu. Nireke. Boyeke. Nakireke.
beautiful.
Thank you guys. Ciao Bella. Ciao. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
See you soon.
Subscribe. Bye.